Oh, there we are. Oh, okay. All right. Denver Broncos, Mile High View, the authority on your Walmart generals. We got a new Walmart general heading our way. Breaking news. The Denver Broncos have just signed a guy they're probably going to cut. I bet he's going to get cut. Anyway, you were the one who told me the breaking news. So is he going to look good in those new Denver Bronco uniforms?
Yeah, I have James Merrill at a 104.3 The Fan saying what Russell Wilson would look like in these Bronco uniforms.
Another guy we ran out of town.
Yeah, biggest dead cap hit in NFL history, that guy.
Oh, but that's just what you do, right? That's what the good teams do, right?
What the best teams in the NFL do.
Yeah, you think that it's Comedy Central up there, and people accuse us of clickbait. I mean, come on. I mean, do you think we enjoy covering a team that doesn't know its right nut from its left nut and can't walk and chew gum at the same time? So, I mean, the way I see the Zach Wilson, let's talk about Zach Wilson for a second, because remember when the draft was going on, like we're in the draft right now. Remember when his class was, remember all the hype Zach Wilson got? Oh my God, this guy's going to revolutionize. And I said to you, of all these quarterbacks, I said, this guy's like really a clunker. I said, so it just proves that all they've done is they've turned this offensive backfield position known as the quarterback into an overhype, just a hype machine. So my interpretation of this is, without a doubt, the Broncos are going to try to go up and get a quarterback. There's no doubt in my mind that they're obsessing over quarterbacks, and this is a guy that'll probably get cut, because I think personally Stidham is an upgrade to. And I'm also thinking, like, you're the front office that's been around since 2017. Why didn't you just keep Drew Lock? Would he fit in Sean Payton's system? Would Teddy Bridgewater fit in? Just here we go again. All right, go for it.
Well, this whole Zach Wilson deal is as expected by a team formerly known as the Denver Broncos. I mean, not only did they put out one of the worst jersey designs in recent Go ahead.
You're breaking up.
I'm breaking up.
You're breaking up, yeah.
How am I breaking up? That's weird. It's good on my end.
Well, on your end it is, but it wasn't on mine. So say that again. For a team in their uniforms, and what did you? Go ahead.
For a team in their new uniforms, can you hear me? Does that sound better?
Yeah, you're coming in.
Okay, so a team that put out one of the worst jersey designs known in recent memory, they go out and get one of the biggest draft busts in NFL history in Zach Wilson, and that all great NFL draft with Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields and Mac Jones and Trey Lance and all those. Oh man, that great.
Well, I thought Josh Rosen was a part of that draft.
No, Josh Rosen was a part of the
Zach Wilson. Wasn't he part of the Zach Wilson one? Wasn't he?
No, he was not.
Oh, he was not. Okay, I'm sorry. They all just meshed together.
I know they all just meshed together because all the princess quarterbacks and all the garbage that they put
all the hype. Yeah.
Yeah, Zach Wilson. Again, Zach Wilson is just. He'll probably get
Justin Fields. He was with Justin Fields, right? Yeah.
That's the guy that you wanted coming out of Ohio State.
Yeah. Well, the Broncos didn't have the capital, the resource. They didn't have no way to negotiate Justin Fields over here.
Well, they could have drafted him. They had the chance to draft him, but they decided to go get somebody else. So.
Well, let me ask you this. Are the Jets laughing? Just out of curiosity.
Oh yeah. The whole NFL's laughing at the Broncos. I mean, before we got on here, I'm listening to Sirius XM and they bust out laughing on live radio.
How many times do we need to have a laugh track with all these different things? Like this Russell Wilson deal should have been, we were the ones that brought the laugh track. Like, you got to be kidding. And then cutting him before his contract, there goes the laugh track again. Will somebody ever outside of us come out and say, this has to be one of the most inept organizations? I guess maybe after what unfolds this year, I just can't see how anybody can't not see how inept this organization is.
Well, you say out of this year, it's taken well, it takes you this long to figure it out. It takes you 8-9 years to figure this out. I mean,
Yeah.
what 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 world are you guys living in? Honestly, like we have this inept organization formerly known as the Denver Broncos that prides themselves on PR, off the field success, yet they can't even get the jerseys designed right. I mean, that's another issue at hand here. I mean, they look like the Cleveland Browns, knockoff Walmart version here.
Well, yeah, they definitely have a Cleveland Brown flair to them, but it's like this. I personally think that, and this is something you said, and I'm going to just keep harping on it. Is I think it's a distraction from the product on the field.
I agree.
I don't care. I mean, you can, if you want to bring the Wink and Bruce back, if you want to bring Chiffon Orange and that kind of thing, if that's what you want, if you want whatever uniform you want to bring, let's address the product on the field.
Yeah,
I don't care about.
That's what separates us from these other Bronco platforms and the Broncos itself is we care about the product on the field rather than the product off the field. Like, the sweatshirts, the jerseys, all this, that, and the third. We care about the winning tradition that this ownership group and John Elway swept out long before. Let's just call it like it is. Chot's liver. This Pat Bowlen franchise is dead. It's swept out. It's gone. And
well, even the ownership that predated him is gone too. That whole all that
the Kaiser, they're all dead. They're dead. It's done. Gone. And they're done. And you know what? This organization, you guys, the Jeff Fishers, they're striving for the Jeff Fisher bullshit. And you know what? I'm not going to stand for it. And I'm not going to sit up here and cheerlead a bunch of idiotic moves like the Zach Wilson trade. That Jared Stidham is a better quarterback that fits the Sean Payton system than Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson is a West Coast zone running quarterback that thrives off the play action passing game and the bootleg passing game. And you're going to have him sit in the pocket when that's one of his biggest weaknesses.
So what I was going to ask you, because we were talking about uniforms, we were talking about the product on the field. The Zach Wilson, and again, who's in charge of pro players? Who's
Patrick Walsh?
Yeah, and who's he related to?
John Elway.
So do you think maybe somewhere the ghost of John Elway is still there, swinging for the retreads?
Yeah, of course.
So my question is does this Zach Wilson help that product out on the field at all?
No, it does not. It's just another reflection of hype and bullshit.
Now, they gave up a low-round draft pick, right, correct?
They gave up a low-round draft pick when nobody around the NFL wanted that guy. The Broncos are the only team in the NFL that would trade for Zach Wilson. All 30 other teams outside of the Jets and Broncos, nobody else wanted them. See, that should tell you all you need.
What does that say about Justin Simmons, by the way?
Yeah.
Even Zach Wilson can get some.
Well, he was at the Denver Nuggets game 1 of the first round against the Lakers, so he's going to be coming back on a 1-year deal. He ain't coming back.
Him and Zach Wilson together, you can't make it.
Oh God.
You can't make this up. And these people can't understand why this is a losing organization. And it's really interesting about how the Broncos being they're in a losing organization where if you're even a team that even has its head on halfway straight in this day and age, you can actually make it to the playoffs with.
I know.
And they can't even do that. The product in the field, the product the NFL is so bad now.
Dude, Jared Stidham, going back to your point earlier, Jared Stidham is a better quarterback than Zach Wilson is.
That's what I think.
No, you're at, that fits the Sean.
Well, that's only part of the equation. You just said it. You just said it. It fits again. Mishmashing. They cannot help themselves.
Yeah, they can't. They cannot help themselves. And there's no doubt in my mind, out of the first round, they'll come out with a quarterback. No doubt in my mind. There's no doubt.
Yes. They're going to strive to get that.
Oh, they're going to do everything. They're going to do everything they can.
They'll end up cutting they'll lose a draft pick, as they love losing draft picks, and because they don't want to develop anybody, right? They don't give a shit about developing anybody. So
They just traded for a quarterback that's been on the Jets for how many years, and nobody around the NFL outside of the Broncos wants him.
No. So it's like I said, I mean, even running a West Coast system, I looked at him and I'm like,
that's the system he fits in, and that's the system he's been implemented in. But again, he can't read the field. He sucks. He has a big arm. He has such a big arm. He can throw the deep ball. That's why I got him.
This is the problem with the NFL.
Go deep.
They haven't learned their lesson. They look at big arms and they ignore 10-cent heads.
He's a 10-cent head, has a big arm, 10-cent head.
$1 million arm with a 10-cent. They got offensive, defensive linemen that can throw the ball across the entire field. Well, what does that mean? What is it?
I know.
I want a guy with a brain on, anyway. So they were talking about if they moved up to get JJ. I mean, the whole idea is this. I just look at it this way. I just feel that the guy's going to get cut.
For sure.
He's going to get, you just wasted a draft pick to cut a guy. And they'll defend that shit. That's the thing. The bots
you have a lot of Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
The bots that they put out, they put a bunch of fake people out on social media. They pay for that. And then their content creators, they will cheerlead all these bad moves. But everyone around the league, including Bronco fans, the ones that are real, not these bots, these Walmart and the Walmart General fans, they're like throwing their hands up. Like, do you understand what we're saying, people, about this organization? Do you not get this now? I mean, what do we need? What do we need to do?
We bitch about everything. So according to some of the commenters in the comment section, we bitch about everything.
Well, you had one guy that was that. Yeah, here you go. You had a guy you actually like, and they attacked you for that.
I know, Calvin Throckmorton. I actually like him, and
they came out and attacked you for that
because you
like him. Yeah,
because I like the player.
Yeah, so you can't win either way. We just tell it like it is.
Yeah, we don't give a shit.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, we're not asking you to like, subscribe. We're just
we never asked that.
We put together a chronicle of our work. We have a gal. They love to put her out there for the Denver Broncos. And one of the things she said when they got Russell Wilson was this: I don't know what they're going to do with all this winning. So they have to get some gals to come out. I believe there's women that know more than her. But you come in and you bring a gal that looks at her nails. I got orange and blue, and said, I don't know what they're going to do with all this winning. And we're rolling on the floor like, where are you coming up with all this winning crap? Oh, you guys don't know anything. She knows so much more. Well, that aged real well. I said that would be the quote of the decade with her and her winning. So I don't see any winning. They're going to go up and we'll forget all about this Zach Wilson thing when we go and get JJ McCartney or whatever, however, whatever.
The biggest point that's being missed is you don't really have a lot of draft picks to begin with this year. And you still, again, that's another thing that nobody's going to talk about.
What do they need draft picks? They don't draft and develop anybody. This isn't a draft and develop team. Go get a bunch of people, Mr. Walsh, John Elway's nephew. Get a bunch of guys in free agency. Get some hodgepodge draft picks. Throw it against the wall. See what.
The timeout. You think? You know what I think this Zach Wilson thing signifies? I think it brings up your point. I think people were so pissed about this jersey design that they wanted to appease some of the Walmart General fans by going out and getting Zach Wilson, because these jersey designs absolutely fucking sucked. And I think that the backlash that they got from that, they're like, oh, well, we got to go try and get a quarterback who's out there. And then they go out and get, it'll make them feel good for a day. Oh, we got Zach Wilson. But you know what? That's backfiring, because I have Bronco fans all over social media that understand it, that are saying, I would rather have Justin Fields than Zach Wilson.
Okay, that's not my take. That's not my take. I don't believe that. This is what I believe. I believe that behind the scenes, the phone tree Everybody's on the phone. I think this quarterback thing, who's taking who, is starting to, behind the scenes, feather itself out. I think they're trying to get insurance because I don't think they're going to be able to go up and get number 3. I think that's what it signifies to me. They're not, and they're going to hope maybe they go up to number 6 or 7, something like that. I'm just saying. But it seems to me like they know now for sure, well, we're not going to be able to go up to number 3. We're not, we're not going to get number 3. So we're not sure if we're going to get our guy. But you say JJ McCarthy, you could be correct about that. Whoever that is, maybe there's 2 guys in particular, and they're not 100% sure. Because what's his face say? What did the GM, and it's not, George Payton is not the GM.
No.
Penner is the real GM of this team. What did the real GM Penner say?
There'll be a quarterback competition.
So they've got to make sure they have a quarterback competition. If they go up, let's just say they go up to 6, because they can give draft picks away. They don't care. That's how they are. They'll, maybe even throw in a Surtain or something, move up to number 6, say, or 5 or 6 or something like that, 7, and get their JJ McCarthy. We'll go with what you said, JJ McCarthy. Then we can we'll just forget everything, everything about Zach, the whole Zach Wilson thing. We can go ahead and cut him because we didn't give anything up. That's how that front office thinks.
I have Jets fans that are on my Twitter messaging me right now.
Are they on the floor rolling?
Yeah, they said you guys are fucked.
Well, didn't you say Steeler fans? You had all kinds of different fans.
Yeah, Steeler fans saying that, you gave us, I'm just.
Yeah.
The organization just can't help themselves, man.
Is Zach Wilson going to look good in those new uniforms? I mean, hey, chiffon orange. I think they should go get a winking Bruce while they're at it with their chiffon orange. Have chiffon orange, and then on the back says all this winning. What are we going to do with all that winning? So what are the Broncos going to do with all that winning? Winning.
They ain't going to win shit.
Even in a depleted NFL, that even the barrel scrapers are making it to the playoffs. That's the thing.
I think this.
I believe.
I applaud the Jets. I mean, the Jets. At least they got rid of them.
They should have never drafted.
Oh, dude, I guarantee you, the Jets front office was like, they're giving us a 6th-round pick for Zach Wilson. Okay, we'll take it.
Yeah. Like I said, I just feel that
God, this
team. If they get your JJ McCarthy, whatever falls they get, they'll just end up cutting him.
Oh, God.
But then again, they could be stubborn and cut Stidham. Somebody's actually better than him.
I could see that because the Broncos love to do that shit.
They love doing it. They just love it. Yeah. So that wouldn't even surprise me either. But somebody's going to get cut out of that.
Oh man, this is just comical. God, this team sucks.
Yeah. I mean, get used to it. They did just until this ownership realizes what they embraced when they bought the team.
They know what they embraced, bro. They're sweeping out the shit. They're sweeping it out. They know exactly what they're doing.
They're not sweeping out. They're dancing with it. It's like a dance partner. Let's get it on. Whoa,
let's go, John. Let's go, John.
Yeah. Let's get a room together.
Yeah. Let's ride together.
Oh yeah, let's ride. Yeah, let's ride. All right. That's even just disgusting even thinking about. So yes, we got another move by the Brain Trust. Oh no, this was all Sean Payton. It was all.
Oh yeah, yep.
Again, for all those, it was all Sean Payton.
Can I ask you?
Let me ask the question first. Let me ask the question.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me ask the question. For all it's all Sean Payton. Who is in charge up there at the front office with pro scouting? Who is the pro scout for this team? John Elway's nephew, Mr. Walsh.
Patrick Walsh.
And what did the quasi fall on the sword GM, George Payton, say when the front office says, go up you move up.
Yeah.
That's not Sean Payton.
Does that sound like a person that's in charge?
That sounds like the real people in charge.
Can I ask you a question? Because you have a Saints source down there with the Saints who knows Sean Payton very well.
Yeah.
Does this look like a Sean Payton quarterback type move he would make?
Why would he take a West Coast?
Is Zach Wilson a Sean Payton quarterback that he wants to run his system?
I wouldn't think so. It's not his system.
No, he would rather have a Teddy Bridgewater, a Jared Stidham. He would rather have those type of guys. This, you're right. This screams desperation on the Broncos. This screams panic because you know what? You're right. I agree with you. Now that I've ran it through these scenarios while you're talking in my head, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right about the draft. I think behind the scenes they're getting the calls. This is what's going to happen with these quarterbacks. This is where it's going to go. And the Broncos have shit their pants. And yeah, you're right. You're dead on. Dead on as always. Chopped liver, dead on as always.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If for some reason they're out of, I think they're out of the number 3 thing. I think that's.
Oh yeah, no, there's no way they're good. They don't have the assets to trade up.
No, not even close. And I think if it was them,
Minnesota. Yeah. I think Minnesota has better. Minnesota.
Well, I mean, look at even if maybe even New England wants to grab somebody. I mean, that's always possible. So
we'll see.
So they're going to be stuck with either hanging back to 12, possibly moving up to a 7, something like that. Giving away more. Give away more.
Yeah.
And if the guys they don't want, somehow they can't get them, they got Zach Wilson so they can have that quarterback competition.
Dude, I've watched enough Zach Wilson. This guy fucking sucks.
Well,
if you're a Walmart General fan defending this move, shame on you because you don't know shit about the game of football. You just don't. I'm sorry.
What did Cecil Lammy say about the emails?
Yeah, what did he say about analytics?
Well, it's all
I want to see the Pro Football Focus grade on Zach.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What is it now versus what it was?
Hold on. You talk.
12 months ago.
Chopped liver. You keep talking about this. I'm going to check it on my phone real quick. Go ahead. Keep going.
Go. Well, all I can say is that when I was looking at Zach Wilson's college tape, I would look at the tape and I would just shake my head and I'm like, where's all this hype coming from?
Oh, wow.
All this hype. Well, you know what you should do is go back in time to PFF. What was he rated during the draft? I mean, this goes back to how analytics works. It's a big shell game. It's a big fraud. When Zach Wilson, for instance, is coming out of college, he'll get this high grade. I'm sure he's got a bunch of agents paying the coin to give these high grades. And you're looking at the tape and it's like, there's just no way. This guy's a work in progress, minimum work in progress. So I couldn't understand what the hype was surrounding Zach Wilson when this draft was going on. It made absolutely no sense. And that's why I don't put a lot of stock in quarterbacks as far as, I think you got to put stock in ownership. You got to put stock in scouting. You got to put stock in the scouting department and how all that gels together to give a quarterback the best chance to have what they call, what used to be called a franchise quarterback. What used to be called a franchise quarterback was at the end of the guy's career. How did he do over the span of his career? Well, he was a franchise quarterback. Staubach, for instance, Troy Aikman, for instance, these guys weren't. I mean, they're Dallas guys. I mean, you could say Jim Kelly, John Elway, being maybe the exception of, this is guy.
PFF had Zach Wilson as the number 2 quarterback coming out. And
you're asking yourself how possibly could that be? And then let me ask you this. What is he now with PFF and their such...
they gave him this year a 58.2 PFF grade.
Yeah. Now, and let's remember, he's going to a system that doesn't even fit him with the Denver Broncos. If you're telling me Sean Payton, it's all Sean, it's his people, it's his coaching, his system. Well, the last three games I was watching tape on, they would break up what Sean Payton normally did with go balls, right? With Shermer ball. Some of it was 5-4, run them out. Make sure that they run to the defender, right at the defender, like the defender's a pylon they're running to. And obviously, there's nothing Russell Wilson could do with that. Just like Bridgewater couldn't do when they did it, and then Block couldn't do. We've seen this thing over and over again. This stupid play design. So they broke it up to where it was either go ball, half of it was go ball, half, it gave some token runs, and then they would run from a passing standpoint a Sean Payton type, what you would expect with a Sean Payton system. They didn't stick to one offensive system because I think analytics says if we mishmash all these systems, they won't know what we're doing. I'm just trying to figure out why they're doing even what they're doing. It makes no sense to me, but okay. I talk. Blah, 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 you go ahead now.
I don't see any upside with this move. Every move that the Broncos have made this offseason, I don't see any upside outside of the Calvin Throckmorton signing. Yet again, the Broncos are probably the worst ran organization in the entire NFL, and it's not even close.
I would say
it's not even that. I have Pro Football Focus even coming out saying the Broncos are the most desperate team in the NFL, going to try and go up and get a quarterback.
We didn't need them. We've been saying,
I know. I understand.
We've been saying that. We've been saying that all along.
We've been saying that all along, and you know
everything is built off desperation, not brains, not calculations. It's all built, and that's
not patience. Not patience.
No, well, they don't even have an identity to a core that they can build around.
Yeah, they have an identity in it. No, I have to correct you. They have an identity in core.
By being scattered all.
Yeah, by being stupid.
Yeah.
By being incompetent. By being. They have an identity.
True. It's a bad one.
It's a bad identity. Just like just like the whole culture thing.
Well, don't worry. I'm going to just say, Walmart General fans, don't you worry. I'm sure if they can just get that number 1 draft pick, number 12, or if they move up to 7, whatever, if they can get their JJ McCarthy, they'll get rid of somebody. They'll either get rid of Stidham or they'll get rid of Zach Wilson, and you won't have to worry about anything. You'll just focus all on JJ McCarthy.
Top deliver. Isn't this the most Walmart General thing to do? You have a better quarterback in Jared Stidham, and then you go out and get Zach Wilson.
Yeah, because you'll probably get rid of Stidham.
What did that guy on Cody Rourke's podcast say?
People that actually can play the game, they don't have any value.
Fit the system.
They have no value with people in the front office. Their darlings that they bring in their darlings. That's the only people they have the value with. And that's why I said the number 1 pick last year in the draft was Mims. And I said, he will be relegated. I'm the only one. And I'm the only one that said that. And
you are.
Soon as he started to outshine Jerry Jeudy, what did they do?
They relegated him. What did they do? What did they do with Trinity Benson when he was out?
Oh, ran him out of town. Yeah. That's what they do. They'll probably run him out and they'll keep Zach Wilson.
What did they do with Caden Stearns when Justin Simmons was here? Oh, you're going back to the bench.
Going back to the bench. We've got our arm punt warrior here.
Who's still a free agent, by the way.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I wonder why.
Sure, bring him back. Well, let's just keep bad players on the team. But his arm punts got him a Pro Bowl appearance. Yeah, his arm punts. Anyway.
Hall of Famer?
He's Champ Bailey all over again. Not Champ Bailey. He's Barney Chavis all over again. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's Brian Dawkins all over again. Yeah. He's
TJ Ward. Yeah.
All over again. Yeah.
He's Steve Atwater.
He's Steve Atwater all over again. Yeah.
Yeah. Is Zach Wilson going to be the next Joe Montana?
Yeah, of course he is. Until they drum him out of town. We never wanted him anyway.
And you know what? Yeah, drum him out of town at training camp when they cut his ass.
Or Stidham's and keep him.
I hope they don't cut Stidham. I would. You know what? I hope they cut Stidham. Go to a better organ. Fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Have Zach Wilson in a
He
rookie
could go back
quarterback.
He could go back to the Raiders, I guess. You know?
Go back to the Raiders or just go somewhere else. Fuck this shit.
Yeah,
This team fucking sucks.
You know what
sucks.
You know what I think? I think they had a tombstone. Once they got the word about the quarterback situation, the phone call was made to the crypt keeper.
All right, here we go. Breaking news. Yeah. Oh yeah, Chot's liver. Here we go. This is from the Athletic.
Ready. Go ahead.
Yep. This is to your point. This is from the Athletic. Denver exploring options to move up for quarterback after Zach Wilson trade. This came out after this man said it.
Yeah, I said it just tells me without a shadow of doubt they've got quarterbacks on the mind. They're going to do anything they can. And I don't think they can move. I think this signifies they can't move up to 3 or 4. But I think what this does signify, they could move up to 6 or 7.
Yes, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, that's just,
Chot's liver. Good job.
And I will say this: if they can move up to number 3, you better believe they're going to get fleeced.
I hope that. And you know what? I want them to trade up to number 3. I want them to. Do it. Hey, Patrick Walsh and the Walton Penner group, do it. Go up to 3 and get fleeced.
I don't think they can. Well, and I think that's why
they're going to try.
I think they did try, but I think the phone, all the stuff in the background. I think that's why they got Zach Wilson.
So you most likely it's going to be between that 6 to 10 range, somewhere in there. 6.
Yeah, just so they could get their JJ.
Or okay, let me rephrase that: 6 to 8 range.
If they move up, if they move
up. They're gonna try and move up. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. No way.
To make sure they get their JJ McCarthy or whatever.
Yeah,
I just think they're out of 3. I think 3's out. I think that's definitely out. And
I think, yep.
The way the draft and stuff, it's always a possibility they may not be able to even move up. They'll try. I'm not saying they won't try, but they needed some insurance so they could have that quarterback. If at the end of the day they can't get the quarterback or 2 quarterbacks they want, whether it's McCarthy or Penix, whatever the case.
So we're basically if our line of thinking is right yet again, because we're right most of the time.
Well, we go by their stupidity.
We go by their stupidity. So what this signifies to me, it's going to be a 3-man quarterback competition going into training camp. You're going to have the rookie quarterback.
No, it's going to be a 2-man because one of either Stidham or Zach.
I think it's in my personal opinion, if they don't get the quarterback that they want, yes, it's going to be a 2-man competition.
No. It'll even if they get their number 1, he's set. No matter what, he's set. It's those 2 guys, Stidham and Zach Wilson. If they get the guy in the draft, they're going to be fighting for who gets cut. Supposedly, unless they already know which one they're going to end up cutting.
God, this team's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, I'm just saying they don't have anything around the team, around these quarterbacks. So it's futile. So I like their one thing I do like about the Denver Broncos is their running back room, but you don't have the.
I like their interior line if they put Throckmorton at center, but they're not.
Well, but are they going to do that?
They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it.
Yeah, or is it like Sandy Clough said? No, this guy's going to be a backup.
Sandy Clough, can you do us all a favor and just retire, please?
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, dude. Oh, I can't wait to listen to him today about this. Oh, are you going to fucking say that? Oh, this was all Sean Payton?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this doesn't have Sean Payton. This has front office. This is
Patrick Walsh.
Proves our point again. This proves our point again that this is a front office that's still in charge.
Yeah.
What did George Payton say? The acting GM. What did the acting GM say?
If the front office tells us to move up, we move up.
We move up. That's not Sean Payton. That's the front.
That was said in the pre-draft press conference. Where's that information? Just go watch the pre-draft conference. He basically says it out of his mouth, just like last year.
Well, he says it out of his mouth.
Well, yeah, he does say it out of his mouth. But even you can go back to last year when they're both Paytons are saying that John Elway has an office right down.
And we can't wait to work with him.
Yeah, we can't wait. He's going to be.
Yeah.
Gonna be
like, I'm walking on eggshells.
Yeah, they hated that shit. They hated that shit when we exposed the fuck out of that.
Got a lot of views, didn't it?
Yeah, got a lot of views.
You can't deny it. It's what came out of their mouth.
So good job, Broncos. You traded for one of the biggest draft busts in NFL history.
That's what they do.
You were the only team out there that wanted Zach Wilson. Nobody else wanted him. And I have Sirius XM NFL radio laughing on live radio.
Yeah. And
you know what? The only people that are going to find this move great is Sandy Clough, Locked On Broncos, Mile High Huddle, and DMVR.
No, Sandy Clough. It's all Sean Payton's fault. He's still
going to love it. Oh, my God. He still has upside. He's still a young, up-and-coming quarterback.
No. He will not do it because he's out to fire Sean Payton. Because remember,
Sean is not going to get fired. He's going to retire.
Not this year. Yeah, he is going to walk. Yeah, he will walk. All right. This is just too good.
This is great. All right, can't wait for the draft, folks. You ready to trade up and go get J.J. McCarthy or Bo Nix? One of the two.
Yeah. Or
quarterback.
Quarterback.
What would Russell Wilson look like in these new and energized?
Wait a minute, let me take a drink. Did he say quarterback?
Quarterback. Look at that. It's almost empty because we've talked about quarterbacks so much.
The quarterback drinking game, I know.
Where's my bottle of Jack Daniels at? God.
You drank it because we had to say quarterback 5,000.
Yeah, I had to take a big chug of Jack Daniels before he came on here because of the Zach Wilson trade. It was just too much.
You were too overjoyed. Finally, we got him. Finally.
Oh, my God.
Finally.
We're the only team in the NFL that went out and got Zach Wilson. Oh, my God. We're going to the Super Bowl.
Well, they believe that. They definitely believe their own bullshit.
We got these new and improved uniforms. We are just in the Forbes article. We're going to be the best, have the best uniforms in the NFL.
Well,
you know what my dad said?
Wait a second. What are they going to do with all that winning?
Oh, yeah. My dad said, are we the Cleveland Browns? These uniforms suck.
Yeah, they look like they have a Browns feel. I'm telling you, they have a Browns feel to them.
I know. He's like, well, this is.
You know what? Hey, you know what we can call these new uniforms? The Drive.
Yeah.
Call these new uniforms the Drive uniforms.
Yeah.
Because they have that Cleveland feel.
Yeah. Fuck Pat Bowlen, right? Fuck him.
Yeah.
Fuck him. Yeah, fuck him. He
meant the old
nothing.
Denver Broncos. Yeah, this is the new culture that.
You have to get that Jeff Fisher trophy, chopped liver.
Yeah, I'll get a Jeff Fisher because we got to give out the Fisher trophy.
We got to give out our draft grades in the Jeff Fisher trophy this.
Well, the Jeff Fisher's the teams that overachieve and underwhelming. They overachieve and underwhelming. They're just good enough to eke into the playoffs and get beat. And they'll probably be never heard from
this
again.
This team ain't going to sniff the playoffs. Are you fucking kidding me?
What's that?
This team ain't going to sniff the playoffs.
No, I can't see it either. I mean, but it's
unless the NFL makes the calls against these teams.
It's not saying anything. I mean, you make it in as a wild card doesn't say anything. But I don't see how you are going to be a wild card when you probably will be number 3 at least in your division.
Oh no, they're not. They're going to be dead last. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I mean,
Dude, the Chargers with Harbaugh. Oh my God.
Yeah, Yeah.
And then
they're not playing Broncos reindeer games.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
That's probably the worst news for the Broncos is that the Harbaugh ended up not coming to Denver, but over to the Chargers.
I'm actually happy he didn't.
I think it's interesting that he picked the Chargers, after all this time telling Denver, well, this is what you got to do. But no, the front office. Oh, no, we can't touch them.
I'm happy Harbaugh didn't go to the Broncos because then you'd have people like saying.
Well, he wouldn't go unless they met the things that, like what we talk about. He's not going to do that.
I love to Harbaugh, but you know what? I hope he does good things with the Chargers. So, and I think he will.
Point to this to the ownership. See what we were trying to tell you? You didn't want to listen. All right.
We just do clickbait videos and we don't know what we're talking about. And we whine and bitch about everything.
Although our track record is 10 times
They
better.
give a shit about that. I mean, I was watching a lot of our past videos and how dead on we were, and yeah, those people don't give a shit. I even went back to the comment sections and tried to talk to these people. No, of course, they ain't
Well,
gonna.
the tail went right between the legs, and remember, these were the people that said,
Like
"Oh, we'll
most
be back.
people.
Oh, we'll be back for sure."
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure you will.
Yeah. Their being back is called, just evaporating. That's being back. They were
Good
just
job,
so
Denver.
they were just so sure
Yeah.
that all that hype was going to pay off.
Yep.
But all we have is common sense on our side and what our eyeballs show us, and I know that's not good enough, I guess.
No, it's not.
Believe what you want to believe.
No,
Those uniforms, those uniforms look like every team is going to be drooling to want to be in those uniforms. I'm telling you. The only thing missing is the winking Bruce. I mean, I'm telling you, it's just we need a winking Bruce, and then we're probably dead set.
God, this team sucks.
All right. Yeah. Anything else?
Nope. I'm ready for the draft. Let's get it going.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
All right, Kirk out.
Kirk out.